Hello, beautiful souls. This is Elena Maria Fouché with Mindfulness Made Easy. And I want to talk a little bit today about compassion. I was listening to this really great mindfulness summit, a whole bunch of interviews with different mindfulness and compassion experts, a lot of mindfulness teachers, researchers, PhDs. It was called the Science of Mindfulness. Aha. And if you are a past client of mine, I sent you a link to it, so you'll have it already. Anyway, one of the interviews I listened to was about compassion, and I listened to an interview by Kristen Neff about compassion, and also Susan McGonigal, I think they're both PhDs, and they both study compassion. Very interesting things to say. And one of the things that they talked about, well, especially Susan McGonigal talked about, was the way that you can train compassion. And she made the point that we are naturally wired to feel compassion for other people, and that that's actually easier than feeling compassion for ourselves. Why? Because compassion for other people is an instinct. We're social animals, and the idea is that it helps us evolve and stay alive if we keep our community alive. So if feeling compassion for someone else, helping someone else who's suffering or in trouble, that's a natural instinct for survival. I want to keep my mates, my community, my family, my neighbors healthy. So this is normal and natural, a natural instinct. Compassion for self, she feels, is actually not instinctual. It's more something that when we feel our own suffering, we go into stress mode. We feel the fear, we feel the pain, we feel distressed, we feel all kinds of things. We don't necessarily feel compassionate for ourselves. And she feels like that's because it's not an instinct. Interesting ideas. In any case, what I think is really interesting about all of this is that a big way to train compassion, self-compassion, and compassion for other people is to do both things together. So she led us through this really nice visualization exercise where you visualize a group of people, someone else that you care about, and you imagine sending them whatever it is that you would like them to have. So you inhale and you exhale, and you imagine that with your exhale, you could send this group of people or this person hope, courage, relief from pain, peace, whatever it is. And you just imagine that you could do that. And in doing that, you're actually remembering and strengthening your compassion muscle, we could say, or maybe the whole process of compassion. And then, of course, you can do that for yourself as well. You can think about some of your own suffering and breathe in and breathe out, or breathe into your body, whatever you would like yourself to have. So maybe you want to give yourself peace or courage or what could it be? Relief from pain, all kinds of stuff, happiness, whatever it is that would help you relieve your own suffering. And for her, she said, of course, this is not real. You're not actually doing it. I would argue, I think you could have an interesting conversation about whether you really change something by having an intention or not. In any case, for her, the point was to create the process for yourself in your mind so that you understand and you start training yourself to understand and visualize and imagine how compassion works, so that when you're actually in situations that call for compassion for other people or that call for compassion for yourself, you've trained yourself mentally how to do it, and you're more likely to respond with that. So essentially, the idea here is that compassion can be trained. You can increase your level of compassion for other people and for yourself. You can do it using the practice I just described. And she feels like do them together, that it's more natural to have compassion for other people than for self. So do both things together. Feel compassion for other people and then feel compassion for yourself. Hope that helps. Enjoy that and see you next time.